Today we are going to start on the infill of our first floor plan. On our page in Canvas it says the first floor plan is the heart of the home. What does that mean exactly? The phrase means no matter who you are with or where you are in the world, your family and home always has the deepest affection and emotional pull. It is the place where you have a foundation of love, warmth, and happy memories. It may not always be the building itself, but being near your loved ones. Some people say that the kitchen is the heart of the home. Whether small or large, the kitchen typically is the hub of the home, whether it is the heart. It is where the meals are created. It fuels the body, mind, and soul of friends and families. I have found working with people over the years on designing their homes is a very personal endeavor. It's really important if you take on a project like helping someone design their home that you listen very closely to what they want and try to adhere as best as you can to their wants and needs. So let's get started into the infill of our first floor plans. If we go to our Canvas page and we scroll down, you'll see that we are on floor plan, stairs, and interior design. This has to do with form and function. If I click on that, it's going to take me into the page. Again, don't forget your previous assignments. After you complete this drawing, you're going to do your first virtual reality review. We have virtual reality set up on 2 computers at the back of my classroom, and you can do them during class or you can do them at another time that's convenient for you, as long as you get with me and schedule that. And then of course you will have your assignments for your first floor and your review questions. You have some required readings. Has to do with the stairs, the bathroom layouts, the kitchen layout, and furniture. This goes into the learning material. The videos will be placed over here. You can see we're going to get into stairs, and we're going to talk a lot about the parts of stairs. We're going to talk about bathrooms. We're going to talk about kitchens. We're going to talk about furniture. We're going to talk about where to get other components. There are lots of places besides Revit to get components. One place to get components is Revit City. You also have Inkscape on your computer. I would like for you to try to go into Inkscape and get some assets, as they call them, or components out of their materials. They have some very, very nice ones. Before we move on to the assignment for today, I do want to go over some of these websites and how you can get additional components for your project. First, again, let's review. What are Revit Families? Revit Families are an incredible feature offering libraries of ready-made objects that can be used in CAD drawings or customized to fit any project. Families can also be modeled from scratch and shared with colleagues and clients. We don't really get into that into this class, but we will get into going in and potentially modifying some existing families to make them be what we want them to be for our projects. There are 2 types of categories. Families to make your drawings look good. This is what we consider the student level, and yep, that's what we're going to try to do, is make our drawings look as good as we can with families that we can get from other sources. Then there are families that are going into an actual project. For example, a manufacturer's family. This is so you have factual information to use in an actual project. If you ever go to work for a company that uses Revit, a lot of times you will still be doing drawings to make things look good, but you also will be doing drawings that have actual manufactured items that need to be included into your project. So where can we get free Revit Families? First, you don't ever want to pay for a Revit family. You only want to purchase Revit Families if you are in a situation where you need specific items for a project in the real world. So of course you can use components strictly out of Revit. The only issue with this is that sometimes there are limitations. Limitations on what is provided and limitations on what things look like. If all of you only use the Revit program for your components, most of your drawings are going to look extremely similar. It's best if you can bring stuff in from other places places to customize your home design. Sometimes it's also hard to find things in the Revit filing system. They have folders set up, which you have seen already, that have certain components in them, and sometimes finding a component may not be where you think it is, and it makes it a little bit harder to find. The next best option is Revit City, and here is the website for Revit City. You can either set up your own account or you can use mine. What you have to do is you have to go in and you have to sign up, and you have to use an email that they accept, and then they will send you the login information. Sometimes our students never get that information. If you have trouble getting it or you don't want to get it on your own, you can use mine. The information is on the whiteboard in my classroom. If you need me to email that to you, just let me know and I can do that. There is nothing sacred there or secret, so you are more than welcome to use mine. The thing you have to remember about Revit City is it's made by people like us, so it may not always be good models. So just be cautious and check them out. The other thing about Revit City is sometimes there are things that we can go in and modify, and then sometimes there are things that we can't. So keep that in mind as you're pulling items. In your Teams folder, there is a set of components that former students have put together. It is not in any kind of order. There is a commercial folder and a residential folder. There is both kinds in both places. You are welcome to use whatever you want out of that folder. The fourth place is through manufacturers. First of all, not all manufacturers have Revit Families for their products. More and more today do though. They also may be too detailed for what we are wanting to use them for. And the good thing about them is they are actually tied to real life information, so they're great for actual projects. And it's a good learning tool for you to try to use something from a manufacturer's site, so that if you do go work in an office, you know how that works. The next one is BIM Object. Again, this is a location that is put together that has a lot of manufacturers in one location. So you can go to their website. Again, you'll have to sign in, and then you can search for specific products and it will take you to multiple manufacturers. Whereas if you just go to a specific manufacturer's website, you're only going to get their Revit Families. The National BIM Library. This one has families and systems such as roofs and walls. If you want to do something a little bit different than what Revit offers, this is a good place to get ideas for your roofs and your walls. RCAT.com is another place. Again, it's going to search multiple manufacturers. Specified by, again, is going to search multiple manufacturers. BIM Bits, I have not really ever used this one, but it has been recommended to me, so you might find something there. And the same with BIM Smith. So what I want you to do is I want you to go for it. I want you to be creative. The quote by Zig Ziglar is, "There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs," meaning it's not an easy road. So I want you to go out on a limb. I want you to try to pull in some components from other websites. I want you to use assets from Inkscape and try to make your drawings look as realistic as possible. This concludes the introduction video. The next video we will get into infilling our first floor plans.